live now. Alright. This is going to be a quick live. I'm going to have a little shorty cigar. And I got to get to it. More weather on the way. It's kind of crazy. It never ends. So we can't really handle much more rain. Everything's flooded over already, but it's just going to be more flooding. You know, what can you do? Because it's going to melt right after that. It's going to be a hard melt, quick melt, whatever you want to call it. So it's going to go from cold to warm again. Craziness. I'll let some people get in the room, just chilling. Some time for some people to get into the room, then I'll go at it here. Then it'll be time for me to go grab a coffee. You know what I mean? There you go. They trying to get people in here in the video. Trying to get people in the room and then get out. They're just not putting people on video. See, I got somebody in the room. Yeah, just doing a little quick check-in. I've been keeping up with the weather like I always do, and or try to anyways. I give it a good effort. And as it turns out, we're looking at some more snow up across. Man, it's like we've already got so much. We've got so much snow that all these states are completely covered with water. They can't even plant crops this year. They've got way over their banks, but all into people's, you know, land and stuff, and it's just going to be completely covered with water all year, right? And we're getting more snow, and then it's going to be, after that, rough weather, like blizzard conditions and stuff, and after that weather, it's going to be a quick melt. So all that stuff that ain't even melted yet in some places is just going to add to the streams and tributaries and rivers and people's land that's now, you know, lake whatever. And, you know, whether or not you believe in cloud seeding or anything that they're doing, there's something going on with some stuff. And the only thing that would make sense to me, honestly, if they're actually doing that, is if they're worried about sea level rise and they're just going to go ahead and flood places so it won't be so bad when water comes in. I don't know what else to say. That's crazy. But what's actually going on that you can believe in is there's going to be more precipitation fall from the sky. Them clouds up there, that kind of stuff. So here's what we're looking at right now, and I'm going to give you a link to Mike Morales' channel. He's the one you want to watch. I look at NOAA. I look at other places online. And contrary to what you might think, I didn't even come up with that tagline for my video, Say It Ain't Snow. Someone else at another weather place came up with that and made that the title. You can Google it. So there's other people that are talking about this besides just Mike Morales. But he's the one that's on top of the weather, so I'll put a link up to his stuff. But understand that April 10th is when the high winds are going to start. So you got, today's the 8th. You got about a day and a half, really, okay? the night of the 9th, I'm sure to start picking up. So April 10th is when the high winds are going to start, and then April 11th is going to be really bad, and the 12th it's going to be like more snow up around you know, the northern states like Wisconsin and well, I'm gonna stay out of all of them. You know, I'm gonna stay out of all of them. Minnesota, Wisconsin, just stay south, people. It's not worth it, but you still might get some heavy winds. That might be some kind of a tornado activity stuff, but this is not gonna be the storm of the century like that other one was. I mean, thank God, but it's gonna be 50-mile-an-hour winds kind of stuff, maybe a 60 gust. From everything I'm looking at, it could be worse in some places. Of course, the lake effect off of the Great Lakes around Michigan, Chicago, all of that, it's going to be a lot worse there anyways, because it's like a big ocean, those lakes, and they have their own weather, and anything added to it makes it go crazy. So, you know, they get like gale force winds and high chop and almost like high seas, because it's a lake, but it's as big as a ocean. Well, on April 15th, it's going to be from Pennsylvania to New York. It's going to be snow all the way across there. And I looked at another guy made a comment in a couple of places, so I checked it out. He put to check out Wikipedia, instead of looking for cloud seeding, look up stratospheric injections, okay, in Wikipedia, and you'll see what, you know, other people talk about, and you can look at some of the planes and stuff. Cal's OG put, yo, what's up, Cal's OG? So so I just want to do a quick live. You don't need to listen to me, you need to listen to Mike Morales. You need to go to his channel and watch what he does. But I'm just telling you, there is going to be like a cyclone kind of event. It's a very concentrated storm, like a large storm, and it's going to be not the storm of the century like the last one, but it's going to be bad. And in the last one, I'll try to find a link to this guy's video that he put stuff up on YouTube, and he put a video of him and his wife in their truck, and he's telling her, you're safer in the truck, stay in the truck. And all these cars are piled up in front of him, and he stopped, but all these cars keep sliding next to him and sliding right into home, right into the next home plate, right into the next car, right? So then they're sitting there hitting each other on his live video, and it's got, you know, a bunch of views on it and stuff. I'm just telling you that just stay off the roads, because they're going to be iced over and they're going to be closed. They're going to make roads they're going to close them, and they're going to make it illegal to be on them. Icon 2020 put driver. What's up, Icon? So there will be more snow, and then after that it's going to be a quick melt for a lot of the stuff that's already still out there, and it's going to be coming down and adding, and it's going to be more flooding. So roads that you used to think were passable are not going to be passable. Driver, I see you have a broken headlight. I'm going to need you to step out and squat and cough. Yeah, I usually just hand them my wallet, Icon. Money makes the world go round, dude. For real, that's all they want. Dirty White Boy uses a checkbook. They actually have his routing number, so now when he passes the scale house, they just go ahead and make an automatic draft. He don't even have to stop anymore. I'm just saying. I don't recommend that. I'm just joking, but you know, Dirty White Boy, he's famous. He's got a checkbook. I'm not gonna give him a routing number, but I will stop if I have to, and you know, shake their hand with a $1 in it if I have a $1. Anyway, I'm joking, of course. So yeah, so we're looking at some more serious weather. So for whatever reason, we're gonna have like a really bad, another, I would call it a blizzard. So from basically you know, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, all the way across New York, that's where I run. I'm not trying to run there. I'm going to be, I mean, you can see this tree over here, you can tell I'm in the north. I'll ask you if anybody knows the name of this damn tree. I'd like to buy about 100 of them and put them on some land. These things are pretty. Look, anybody knows the name of this conifer, okay, that sometimes they're blue, sometimes they got blue to them. that one's got a little bit of blue. I don't know. If you know the name of that tree, what it is, not its name. Don't tell me, you know, Jimmy or Johnny or Becky. I'm saying, if you could tell me what that tree is, I know it's gonna be just like a pine, they're perennial. And I know it's a conifer, you know, probably because it's probably got cones, you know, but whatever. $200, please. You want your money up front, huh? So, he's talking about he's talking about how much it'd be if you step out of the truck and it's gonna be a ticket. So, California, that'd be 2 tickets, $100 a piece. They usually give you 3. They give them in 3s. So anyways, what do I know? I'm just a dumb truck driver, right? So, what I'm saying is there's more flooding to come, and it's going, like I said, after the snow, it's going to be a quick melt of what is already up there. And I'll put a link up to Mike Morales' channel. I'm fixing to have to get going. I'm going to play a little bit of music and just chill. Anybody want to say anything, go ahead. I ain't trying to cut y'all off, but I got some stuff I got to do. I'm going to try to get to, it's either, they remix Stevie Nicks. Okay then. I don't know. I'm good with it. It's on chill. So basically, I've got to get either some Chinese food or some Mexican food, one way or another. And there's a couple places that's close, and I got to grab that. And I got to get going because, of course, you have to go north sometimes to get over to the west, and then you know, to the east. I got some running around to do. But everybody wants to make a comment. You go ahead. And I'll be stepping off this thing in a sec. I'll just let this play. Look, I dig Stevie Nicks. Anything that jams is good. I've been listening to some Led Zeppelin lately. You know what is crazy? I know I listen to a lot of rap and stuff like this, but I was first introduced to any kind of good rock with Led Zeppelin, Houses of the Holy. It jams on some 12s. I'm just saying. If you have any kind of radio, it don't matter. Just remember them and look them up. But we're looking at some weather, and there's going to be some snow capping those trees right there. No good to be where I am or anywhere north, but high winds in the south. And when you start seeing it, when you start seeing these people stuck on the road and hitting each other, they didn't learn last time. They're all like, oh, I got a regular route. Oh, I go this way all the time. You know what I mean? And Icon, you know better than that. I'll tell you where I'm at when I'm not there no more. That's part of the code, man. Read Sun Tzu's The Art of War, Icon. I'm being for real with you. But I'm in the north. You can tell the tree there. So, yeah, I got, I'm having a cigar though. That's all that matters. And then another crappy cigar, and I'm hoping that they have a decent shop up there and I can get like one and go further. But after that, I said this before. I said that I thought that was gonna be the last storm, man. Icon 2020, I got big love for you. You know what? I've already got 3 loads planned on me, dude. That I'm gonna be busy. I don't even need a load. All I need to do, really, I don't even need to go get food, but I gotta get food, you know what I'm saying? But I'm taking a minute to stop and check in with you people and help you out, because this is what I've decided to do. And then if this snow event, you know, tears off, and they'd be like, man, truck stuff, did you know about that? Well, of course I did. Sorry I didn't tell you. No, that's no good. That's not acceptable. I'm gonna try to go live. If I can get service, or if I drop a video, I'll try to let my friends know, my people know. You guys are nice enough to support what I'm doing. I'm gonna be more than that to let you know if I hear something going on. I don't care if I got time for it or not. You know what I mean? So while I'm moving stuff around in my truck, like I said, make a comment, do what you do, and then I'm gonna get going. Because man can't live off bread alone. And people, nothing against bread, but you see this right here? That's what I have. That and a can of soup. So, time to refit at sea. Sometimes I'm gonna have to, like I said, you know, go refit. I got plenty of waters. I got ice a little bit. It's just I have to have some food, something ready right now, you know what I mean? So that dude is dying to be in my stuff there. No soup for you. Yeah, the soup Nazi, that's what I'm saying. I got 1 can left, man. I can't get no more. I made him mad. Last time I went in there, I had on a hat that was, you know, written in Arabic. It said infidel, and it said infidel in English. He won't let me back in there. I don't know what his problem is. Look, man, just tell like it is, man. You looking for the problem. I'm the problem. I can be your Huckleberry. Just saying. Better me than somebody else. You know what I mean? Somebody that's not able to deal with the situation. Yeah, so the soup Nazi does not let me have soup anymore. That's okay. I'm sure his cousin has got a Chinese restaurant, or someone else has a Mexican restaurant, and I will support their business. I support people that support me. You know what I mean? I will tell you this though, no lie, Progressive soup, or whatever, Progresso, that chicken with vegetables, man, and noodles, that is good soup, no lie. Yup. And I've been eating those bison jerkies, so just good stuff, man. This world's got good stuff in it. You just have to find it. Nobody's gonna bring it to you and hand it to you on a silver platter. Like that tree out there. If I could ever find out what that thing is named, I'm gonna buy 100 of them. But until then, it's unattainable. It looks pretty. It's from here. You can see it. You just can't have it, right? So in this world, you got to go out and get things. I'll bring it to people though. I'll bring things to you. I try to help you. I don't want you to spend your life's blood on a freaking wrecker. You know what I'm saying? And don't take savings and throw after a company, for God's sakes. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. This other guy is fixing to get into trucking. He got a CDL and he's doing talking about doing a lease purchase. If you're going to do a lease purchase from off the bat, don't play this old house with a truck. People, don't play this old house. This old house is so played out, where you just dump thousands and thousands of dollars into a house and you want to say you love it, right? And then you're broke as hell and the house is not worth any more than what you put in it. And then you wind up losing it or selling it, or you know, you're not happy with it, it never was right, and find out it's got asbestos, whatever. Listen to what I'm saying for a second. Listen, people. Same thing with trucking. Don't take savings that you made, that's your retirement, and then turn around and dump it into a truck. That's stupid. Listen, keep your money in your pocket. So if you're going to do a lease purchase, do 100%, no money down, everything paid up front. Don't you put a damn dime into that truck except for oil changes and get a brand new one. Because if you get 1, 2, 3, 5 years old, you're going to start hitting the wheel seals and brake chambers and freaking the clutch, and an injector went out. Oh, it's just $1,000. Keep going, driver, and pat you on the head. Listen, there's companies that you can buy one from with no money down that'll give you a, you know, $10,000 sign-on bonus, or $5,000 or $2,000 sign-on bonus, whatever, and a whole month with no truck payment if you get the new one. And it's maybe 15 or 20 bucks more a day to buy that one than it is to buy one that's got, you know, 400, 600,000 miles on it. If you're going to get into something, know that you're getting into something new that ain't nobody already freaking jacked up and ripped and tore bad. Because these companies will train a driver in a clutch and eat a clutch up. I mean, in a truck and eat the clutch up in it. These guys will be teaming, you know, and killing a truck. So it's like idling all the time and burnt from the inside out on the engine, as far as, you know, not giving it cool down time. The turbo has got to cool down. I've known of drivers that were companies and they were blowing turbos out. Look, if you're going to buy a truck and you're going to get into it off the bat, lease purchasing, okay, or buying a truck, period, you don't want to buy this old house. You don't want to buy this old truck. Don't play this old truck. Do you see what I'm saying? I hope I made my point on that one. Don't put a damn dime into that truck. That truck's supposed to make you money. Run it. You know, wash it. Yeah, you can wash it, or you can pay to wash it, whatever. But run the piss out of it. You know what I'm saying? Keep it hot, and then shut it down at night. Don't run it teams, or you'll wear it out too. But I'm saying, the problem with teams is you get to mess around with teams, and then one person wants money, the other person wants money. When it comes time for the maintenance to the truck, they're all going, scratch their heads going, who pays for that? And, you know, how come we didn't save up for that? So you're gonna kill a truck quick. You know, if you run teams, that's when you got to run. You know, if you running, I don't know what to say. Like I said, I can't be your financial guru, but I just heard somebody talking about doing lease purchase. I'm like, please God, don't put none of your money into that company. They will eat it up, chew it up, and spit you out like you're nothing. You're there to make a check. You're not there to play this old truck. So either get a brand new one and make it a walk away, or buy one outright from somewhere else and just go ahead and get one that's been blown up and just been rebuilt. You know what I'm saying? Pay 16.5, 17 tuba tax is what I paid, but you could buy 15 grand, 20 grand, 25 grand. We'll get you a used truck that's just been blown up. You gotta wait to find one that's just been blown up and just been rebuilt, and they rebuilt it and put a new clutch in it while they were in there. Then you can change wheel seals on that son of a bitch. Don't do what these companies are wanting you to do. And they want to send you out the gate, even though it's a newer truck, with some damn recaps. That's stupid. You want virgin rubber on your truck at least, and then you can re-groove them later, do what you do, but don't pay high dollar for half dollar crap like recaps, like a truck with a worn out clutch, like a truck with a half-baked engine. You're going to get way better fuel mileage out of that brand new truck. That's your money, that's your bottom line, is that fuel mileage. So like I said, I know I'm getting into the financial stuff. I ain't gonna be your financial guru. I'm not, because I don't want 1,000 questions about that, and I don't want people to say, well, I tried your method and it didn't work for me. Hey, maybe, you know, at that point, then maybe they didn't work hard enough. Maybe they didn't change their own parts, maybe whatever. So I'm just gonna show you what I can give you, and if I hand you a block of wood, and I hand everybody else in the world a block of wood, 10 of you are gonna make Michelangelo's masterpiece out of that block of wood. And the other 7.2 billion people on the planet are gonna hand me back the block of wood that's got a whole bunch of knocks chunked out of it from a sledgehammer and a chisel, saying they couldn't figure it out, and they're mad at me that they had a block of wood and wasted time on a block of wood. You see what I'm saying? There's some people that ain't even made for trucking. Now, I'm not gonna say that. Look, if you can drive, look, here's the thing. Let's say you are not mechanically inclined. Another good reason to get a brand new truck and trade it at 400,000 and be done with it, and just keep swapping. Don't be trying to pay it off. You know, if that's what you're gonna do, if you got no maintenance ability, you know, or you're gonna be paying the wrecker and you can't afford all the mechanics. You can't afford all them wrecker trips. You can't afford it. Trust me. Big companies even complain they have to pay for that, and they got thousands of trucks and they can't afford it. You see what I'm saying? Because they're running a business. Trucking's a penny's business. Like I said, I ain't gonna be no financial guru. I just want to throw that out there because I heard that guy and I'm like, please God, don't put none of your money in that. The Icon 2020 put, nah, pay yourself $12,000. That way you can get disability on the side. Okay, I don't know how that works, but go for it, man, if that works for you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are, you know, military and they got a little pension. A lot of people are, I don't know, you can have a little side hustle or something you do on the side that makes you some money and all that, but if you're dumping that money into the truck too, that's no good either. Listen, there should be zero maintenance other than what you already know is going to happen, like tires and fuel and oil changes and air filter changes, and then some spare parts that I've told you, hey, are good to have. Turbo boot, clamp, you know, air compressor governor, especially if you got an older truck, you know, brake chamber, alternator, spare alternator, belts, that kind of jazz, you know, and the tensioner pulley. And these new trucks, if you got LEDs, you ain't got to change headlights every damn day or every however many days. So you might look at that as another reason to get a new truck. So, like I said, don't even get me started. I will have you educated. It'd be too much. It'd be too much for me, and I'm gonna get going. I'm just gonna turn on some music and do what I said, get my stuff ready. It's either Chinese or Mexican food tonight, people. You can have your way with it. Just saying, that's what I'm doing. And I'm gonna put up a link to Mike Morales' channel. You gotta look at that 16-day forecast. He just dropped it yesterday on a Sunday. I was gonna show his video on the dash. I might do that a different day and show exactly what it's gonna do. I don't have time to do it now. I don't have time to set it up. Icon 2020 Indian. Okay. You lost me on that. There's a new thing, by the way, they say it's kind of funny. They say Indian with a feather or Indian with a dot. I'd be the one with the feather. I'm Cherokee. It's kind of funny, right? Food. Oh, Indian food? Oh, from India? Oh, let me tell you something, Icon. Let me tell you a little something. Man, let me tell you a little something. You go to an Indian restaurant and you get lamb. I don't care how kind of lamb. If you don't like the sauce and spice it's in, just undrown it with that mess and throw it on the rice. Maybe the rice isn't the greatest in the world. You just put it on the side, and then that bread, that flatbread they got from Indian food, that flatbread that's garlic, it's almost like, I keep wanting to call it like, oh man. When the Jews were taken out of bondage, they made bread, and they were so happy that they didn't give it time to rise. It's called unleavened bread. I don't know the exact name of it, but it has no yeast in it, and that's why they say that on a certain time of the day for their holiday, they sell all their bread if they own it, which is kind of crazy to have the rabbis sell their bread to somebody else and then they buy it back. It's something funny. And then they will eat unleavened bread. So roti, is that the name of it? Yeah, maybe that's probably it for the Indian restaurant, but to me it's like an unleavened bread. It's almost like eating, if you get one of those Greek sandwiches that comes not on bread but on a gyro wrap. It's like a flat one of them with some garlic and some stuff. They just know what they're doing with garlic is what they know. And whatever kind of a freaking spice, or not spice, what do you call it? Herb? Whatever kind of herb that they put on there with garlic and butter is phenomenal. They know their stuff. People in India too, they are so anti any other food because they'll shut you down in a minute. If you tell them they should try something, they'll say, oh no, we like spicy food. Like there's no other way. They use some curry in a minute. Like they buy that stuff by the truckload. I think they back it up and sell it in bags, who knows. But yeah, India food is good, but I looked up on GPS from where I'm at. I looked up everything around and I found a couple places, and I don't know that there's an India restaurant around there, and I don't know if they'll be open. I'll have to check it out, but like I said, I'm thinking Mexican food to go. Chips and salsa wins over everything all day long. I'm telling you, I think genetically somehow back there in my history, I think there was some of the Native Americans maybe were probably mixed in with the Mayans and whatever, Incans from probably in Peru, but I'd say the Mayans and the South American and people who are today what you would call part Aztec, Mexican, whatever. So yeah, and I don't know where I've got Italian in me, but man, I like some pizza and some pasta too. I'm a mess is what I am. I know I like food. Food is good. Gives me fuel, Makes me feel like I can pick up a truck and throw it instead of have to drive it. So, which is good when you're broke down. To throw a truck, it make you feel better. Anyway, Icon, I appreciate you coming in, man. You get my brain working. I get to talking. I get to thinking, and it's kind of relaxing. You get me a little bit off my game and off subject too, but that's a good thing. So, watch the skies, people. This guy won't let me watch the sky. You see how they do? You see how they do? Yeah, boy. Photo bombed. Like, just shut that mess down. No worries. So, technically, I guess I'm blocked in too. And if he comes over here, I'm gonna have to get going. I think he's just messing with his stuff there. Oh, they're walking down the line trying to find a place to park. That's what's up. I'm gonna turn on some music, give y'all something to listen to. Sorry about the view. I had a couple of nice, whatever those trees are. A little harder to identify just from the tip, but yeah, let me know what those trees are, man. Y'all, all you freaking keyboard internet heroes out there that I've got that watch my stuff, including Icon, all of y'all that can Google something and find it quick, I do that sometimes, but of course I drive, so I don't have much time for that. But find out what kind of a blue, white pine tree that thing is. I want to know the name of it. I want to know if Pikes has got them. I want to know if other nurseries has got them. Some other, any place. Either that, or I'm going to dig that sumbitch up next time I'm up here and throw it in the back of my trailer, and they'll probably have the police going down the road chasing me because I stole a big tree. Have this tree sticking up the back of the trailer. I need about 100 of them. So I don't know how fast they grow. That tree is fixing to be coming up when this dude gets out the way. That thing right there. Icon. Time to pull his pin. No, I give everybody a chance, man. Isn't that pretty though? It almost looks like a Chinese bonsai, but it's massive. Might be blue spruce. It could be a blue spruce. I believe it. Thank you, Betty Boop. And I can put Pinus strobus. What? Commonly denominated the eastern white pine, northern white pine, Weymouth pine, British, and soft pine. I got you. Okay, maybe he's right, Pinus strobus. See, I'm saying these things. I'm gonna watch this video later of my own. Blue spruce, or either a blue spruce, I said it so fast, or a Pinus strobus, commonly denominated the eastern white pine. I don't know, but look, some of them are blue on their leaves. That one's a greenish blue, and it's got some white frosting. Some of them get more frosting on them than others of white, and it's not snow, I promise you. And some of them are just flat out blue, and they got white on them. I need a blue and white one. 100 of them. So, yeah. There we go. We're gonna put them on Trucking Stuff Island. No, I'm kidding about that. I'm for real. I'm gonna pick some of those up. If I have to, I'm gonna dig it up and shove it in an 18-wheeler, and it'll be sticking out the back with a strobe light on it. I have hauled oversized before. Throw a couple flags on it, nothing to it. You know, just can't run them at night in some states. Tennessee's kind of funny about that. So, yeah. I wonder if it'll grow in, let's see, probably North Carolina be happy with it. 100 of them. Yeah. Now look, Johnny Appleseed, he put apples everywhere. You can have your favorites, people. There's nothing wrong with having something you like and finding it and getting it. Like I said, it's attainable. You just have to go after it. It's just like trucking. Being good at it and getting it done is attainable. Man, it takes a lot of work. So, and a lot of dodging the wrecker, you know. So, I hope everybody's doing good with what they're doing. I really do. If you're not, it's a good time to move laterally. All these companies are offering bonuses. You know, there's a old term, get the hell out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, is what it is. So, and there's nothing wrong with however you want to buy one. I bought the other one I got, I bought cash, saved up. I bought a different one that I did a lease purchase, and then I sold it back to the company. I've bought a couple more doing lease purchase. It's, you know, so contrary to popular belief, you can do it all three ways and keep them, you know. I'm no different. A lot of people too, they break a truck and then they're like, get out of Dodge. That's right. A lot of people break their own truck and then they just let it sit because it's paid for, and then they go out and buy another one and go out and buy another one, maybe do a lease purchase and save up money to fix it or whatever. Some people just decide to keep letting them sit. I know a guy that's sitting on 15 cab overs that are paid for right now, and he's got all kinds of trailers and stuff. He's like, no, they can sit. He don't care if they rot. They're his. So there's lots of different ways of doing it. You can buy as many as you want, as many as you're comfortable with running somebody else in, and it don't do you a whole lot of good to have them sitting in the yard rotting like that guy does. But if you know, if you want to go that route, you could do that too. It's all in how you want to do it. I would say, to me, as long as they're paying you by Friday, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? And I don't judge nobody for nothing. And there's about 17 different ways of getting into this game. Getting out with your hide, that's the trick. Like I said, I will say this. The old joke is, there's a way that you can become a millionaire in trucking. And the way you become a millionaire in trucking is you start with 2 million. And then by the time you're done, you've got 1 million left. You're a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? So it can go that way, you know. Icon put Wednesday. What's that about? Wednesday? I kind of believe I walked off and left you. Key up, let me know. Let's see. Oh, pay on Wednesday, not Friday. Yeah, or how you deliver the load. And that's another thing too. I've been there with that, all that authority shit. If you don't have a good contract with a company, it can be overrated. I've got a friend of mine right now, every time I talk to him, he's like, well, I got a company that owes me $20,000 in back, you know, loads I've delivered they ain't pay me for. You run into that. So, yeah, I like being under the umbrella of being leased to a company when possible, simply because they pay the $1 million insurance, they pay all that stuff, you know, but everybody's different. Hey, go on and do your own thing. If you want to go full on, you know, get your own authority. If you got a contract with a company and run their stuff, and you trust people to pay you, and you got some money overhead to float, you know, ain't nothing wrong with that. Different parts of the country is different too. Some places are so tied up by other companies having their hand in it. I'll tell you something too you may not know. Schneider owns the freight boards. They own so much freight it ain't even funny. They don't always give it to their drivers. They got it. Some of that stuff they can't even haul. Some of their tank stuff, they put it out on other companies. They got all the freight though tied up in contracts. They're almost like a broker that way. So doesn't mean they have to haul it. They can broker it out to somebody else and make just as much money as if they haul it themselves. Some of it's so specialized they don't have people that can do it and they need other companies to do it, but they've got the freight. You know, does that mean they're a trucking company without trucks? Not really, because they got a whole nother branch on the side. You know what I mean? It's all in how you want to do your thing. You know, I got a little thing on the side with this YouTube thing. You know what I mean? I teach a little something. It's becoming good. At some point, I'd like to do a podcast out of it when I get more time. Maybe when I get retired, who knows? And do a little something like that. Does that mean I won't be a trucker anymore? Well, technically, yeah. Does that mean I'm not an owner-operator if I sell my truck? Well, technically, yeah. You know, doesn't mean I don't have the knowledge to share. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't hurt my feelings any. So you make your money and then you sell it off. You can make it a flower pot out front of your place there and plant flowers in it, you know. Put a bunch of dirt in it, plant flowers. That's the old joke about old trucks. They used to do that with the beds when they couldn't make them run no more. You could do that, but it's better to sell it. Doesn't mean you don't know where you've been. Doesn't mean you don't know what you're talking about. So I'm currently doing it all 3 ways. So technically, I guess you could say I'm buying, selling, and owning. It doesn't really affect how I feel about stuff. So, like I said, don't let another person's way sway you, but I will give you advice. Unless you got a back pocket full of wrenches, don't pay for a truck that you're going to be turning wrenches on, especially these newer ones that are harder to work on. Unless you just plan on losing money and you don't want to lose money. So I would go full on new or I would go 2013 or earlier. Try to get something that's pre-emissions, but get one that's just been blown up. You know what I mean? Something that someone else has already had to put the money into. So, tell them what you want to do. Hey, I'm gonna get off this thing. People can check out the link I'm gonna put up. I got 3 in the room though. I hate to break this thing up. Listen to some music. Go ahead and make some more comments. Like I said, I'm gonna move some stuff and I'm on it. I'm going to get Chinese or Mexican. Mexican's winning at this point, in case you don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking Mexican. Get everything worked out. Yeah, roll. Thank you for showing up. And I got a lot of support, and I appreciate it. I really do. Stay south, my friends. I'll give you one more tip before I go too, people. You mess around and buy a truck, and you mess around and have a problem with it where you got to take it into a shop, and you call the shop and you say, how long is it going to take for you to get me in? And they say it's going to be 4 days before we can even get you in. And then when we get you in, it might take a couple days more. That's 6 days out of work. That is not your shop. I done told you about 4-star Freightliner down in Georgia. There's a few others around the country. There's a lot of rip-offs. Look at their reviews. If you have to, tow your truck somewhere that will get you in and out. If you have to. Because these places that will hold you up like that will treat you like another ticket. So, I'm gonna get off this thing, okay, people? Y'all have a good day. Plan your trip accordingly. You've got 2 days, a day and a half before the snow starts really hitting. It's gonna be a rough storm. And then we've got that shutdown coming April 12th. Know about that too. You guys ain't playing. They're talking about shutting down roads. And so, if you're a company and you have enjoyed the fruits of your labor for all of these years, and you're watching this video thinking they're talking about a shutdown, you made that happen. So, it is a fruit of your labor. It's been happening for a long time. And for the DOT, the FMCSA, I'm sorry, not the DOT, the FMCSA, Well, the DOT's had their money in our pockets for a while too, but the FMCSA, the rules that have governed us, that have made it so tight for us, and you want to talk about a trucker shortage, if you make it hard, no one will want to do this for a living. I know you're talking about rule changes. Don't give us breadcrumbs. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and make it happen and make it good. Make a sleeper bar split your day and stop your 14-hour clock. Stop messing with cattle haulers and livestock haulers. Other than that, I'm gone, people. Y'all have an awesome day. Stay out of the weather, it's coming. One more time. There's gonna be flooding after that, so watch for the heavy flooding, and I believe it's gonna go all the way straight down. And I'd have to see where the lakes all, they go to the sea eventually. They got rivers going backwards right now. When all that water starts going the way it's supposed to go and into the ocean, I look at every tributary and how it goes. I gotta look at some states. I know Nebraska's hit hard, so is Missouri. There's a lot of places that's got some flooding. Y'all just be careful when you travels. Stay safe, and I'm out.